Good afternoon and welcome to SAIT Newsfile. I'm Tony Trozo. Brenna Doucette will have a look at all the highlights later in the show. Brenna, what can we expect?
Well, we've got a look at the Masters, the NBA playoffs, and a look at the Flames.
Right on, looking forward to it. Phil Miani has been enjoying the sunshine today. Phil, what's it looking like out there?
Tony, it's a beautiful day out here in the city today. We're reaching our high of 17 degrees with all sun and no clouds in the sky. Of course, it's not as hot today as it was in 1930 when we reached a high of 24.4 degrees, but I would take that any day over 1948 when it was minus 18.9 degrees. I'll have your full forecast later on in the show.
Thanks, Phil. Now, here's a look at today's top stories. The Liberal government has announced the 2022 federal budget. Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland announced the details this afternoon at the House of Commons. The Liberals chose to focus on helping out with three main points: affordable housing, dental care, and national defense. The government plans on implementing these resources to Canadians over the next 5 to 10 years. This is Freeland's first official budget announcement since the lifting of COVID-19 restrictions across the country. In a recent report from Statistics Canada, the price of beef rose nearly 17%, and the price of chicken rose 10% in February. The price increase was predicted in the 2022 food prices report that was released in December. In Alberta, the average family of 4 has seen its average food expenditure budget increase by nearly $1,000 this year. The price of fruit could jump 3 to 5%, and the vegetable prices could rise 5 to 7%. The price of meat is expected to continue to rise for a little bit longer.
For example, we think that meat products will continue to increase until, say, midsummer.
Experts point to farmers having to import cattle feed because of a low yield from last year's harvest as one of the main factors in the price increases. With the deadline file taxes coming close, SAIT is encouraging students to come and utilize its free tax filing service. Since opening their doors mid-March, more than 200 students have been taking advantage of the service. Mia Matushak has more on the story.
Yeah, I have like zero knowledge. I'm the target audience for this, you know, the people who have no idea what they're doing. Yeah.
Since opening their doors on March 14th, SAIT's month-long tax program has helped a variety of students. The program is run by volunteers with tax experience. Students are required to bring their social insurance number, T4s, proof of tuition fees paid, your T4A, which is proof of scholarships, and a 2021 note of assessment.
We have like a threshold, people with an income not above $35,000, and if it's a couple, $45,000. And then on special occasions, we take some that are higher than that if it's very simple taxes, but that is usually like our basic threshold.
SAIT's free tax program is great for students that have never filed taxes before. And with students coming in from over 140 different countries, it's especially ideal for those who are international.
So a lot of the students are international. This is their first time filing. A lot of them just don't know the system. The biggest barrier, I think, is just education and learning how to do it for yourself.
The idea is to educate students so eventually they can do this themselves.
Well, I'm from Brazil, and our tax system is completely different from the Canadian system. I have no clue of how should I start filling the forms, you know, and I'm glad that they have this program here so I can get help doing my taxes.
Students can get that help until April 14th. Walk-ins are welcome during regular hours. For SAIT Newsfile, I'm Mia Matushak.
Charges have been made in connection with the Arbor Lake homicide. A teenager made his first court appearance today. Daniel Barker Tremblay is live at the Provincial Court of Alberta. Daniel, what is the latest on this developing story?
Well, Tony, it was the first appearance today for the teenager who was charged for the murder of 16-year-old Jal Accord Jal.
Last Thursday, young Jal left from his home in the Dalhousie area, saying to his grandmother he would be back home in a few hours, but he never returned. Jal was known by those who were close to him in school as being a kind, intelligent, and vibrant person who had the goal of one day becoming a professional football player. They say they can't believe this happened to their friend. It's an upsetting thing to happen to the entire community.
Basketball and football. He was, overall a great kid, and it's really sad to see something like this happen.
Obviously, it's a very upsetting thing to see. The school community is very upset and broken over this. Joel was a really good kid and really kind, and he was always smiling and such. But, it is a very tragic event to see.
The family held a press conference late yesterday afternoon, thanking police for their timely arrest in this case. A GoFundMe page has been made by the family to help raise for the young man's funeral expenses. Already close to $22,000 has been raised. Back to you, Tony.
That was Daniel Barker-Tremblay reporting from the Calgary Court Centre downtown. The Calgary Police Service has delayed its decision to have all officers remove the blue line patch from their uniforms by 2 weeks. The patch is worn by officers to honor fallen soldiers. Calgary Police Chief Mark Newfield announced a decision on the 2-week pause to give the Commission more time to make an informed decision. The Commission that was reviewing the patch initially came to the decision that had a contentious history with roots in division, colonialism, and racism. The plan was to have the patches removed by March 31st. Today marks the 72nd World Health Day across Canada. The day was first recognized in 1950 for the foundation of the World Health Organization 2 years prior. As Tanner Chuby reports, the light is being shown on nurses and midwives.
Just thank you for your bravery.
A common sentiment among thousands across the world who had assistance from a nurse at some point during their lives. Stephanie Locke became a nurse right before the COVID-19 pandemic and says it wasn't an easy situation to be thrown into.
Always being short-staffed, because if people were sick, then we would have to cover for them, or just stuff like that. Or if we got an outbreak on our unit, then the workload changes and everything. So it was just overall pretty stressful to navigate.
Those constant hours of care and hard work have been crucial to several people who have visited a healthcare facility during COVID.
I was pretty scared because I haven't heard of a lot of people going to the hospital when they've been fully vaccinated for COVID. So I was pretty nervous, and I kind of expressed that to the nurse, but she was really reassuring.
Nurses and midwives have been more recognized and admired, especially over the past 2 years. They have saved lives and worked tirelessly to help bring life back to normal, like reducing the necessity for these. Things may be starting to normalize, but hospitalizations are starting to rise again, and nurses are in short supply.
I would say they're pretty much the backbone of every single hospital, every single clinic, everything that they work in.
Keeping our community going and everything, and I think they're doing a great job, and they got to continue what they're doing. Thanks for all their help.
They were risking their lives to save us, so I really appreciate that.
Locke says the appreciation is heartwarming.
I am proud to be a nurse, and I'm proud that I'm able to contribute to just this difficult time and just to get all of us back to normal.
For SAIT Newsfile, I'm Tanner Chuby.
Calgary youth will have the opportunity to get back into the workforce today at their annual job fair. The City of Calgary Youth Employment Centre will be welcoming a variety of local employers at the Big Four building on the Stampede grounds. The centre is expecting more than 5,000 Calgarians between the age of 15 and 24 on the hunt for jobs. This will be the first fair since 2019 due to COVID. More than 90 different employers will be in attendance. Doors open today at the fair at 1:30 p.m. CEO World Magazine has named SAIT's School of Tourism and Hospitality and School of Business on the world's top list. This achievement is especially prominent when attracting international students to consider attending SAIT.
Things they will always say is it's our faculty and it's our immersive learning. It's that real practical hands-on learning that helps them take learning off the pages of a book and applying it, and then seeing what it feels like, what it's really like.
Overall, SAIT says they will continue to improve their programs in an effort to see more graduates succeed. Final exams are right around the corner, and SAITSA wants to support their students with free stress relief services to get them ahead through exam week. Counseling, Fitness classes and even petting a puppy can all be done here on campus. Jace Chua has more on the story.
Statistics Canada says students aged 15 to 24 have seen a 20% drop in overall happiness since 2020. Part of that might be due to the pandemic, but many students say they just feel a lot of stress. SAIT recognizes this issue, and on Wednesdays, SAIT celebrates Wellness Wednesday, an excellent way students can take a break midweek. In collaboration with Pet Access League, students can get a therapy dog which helps let the anxiety out.
Stress, I get to meet relaxed dogs, get to de-stress and meet dogs that are relaxed. My dog's a little hyper and crazy, so it's good to just see some ones that lay around and accept the love.
Fitness classes are also available throughout the week until the end of exam period and are a great way to relieve stress after a day of studying.
Yoga can definitely help with your mental health. Just the overall aspect of moving your body, being in a group, as well as sort of that connection to your breath can be really helpful.
Aside from yoga, students can also take a spin on a bike or try Pilates. SAIT also offers free counseling services where students can receive one-on-one sessions with a professional to talk about anything concerning them.
Whether you're looking for a pet to cuddle with or a professional to talk to, SAIT is offering students free services to get them through the final stretch of this semester. For SAIT Newsfile, I'm Jace Chua.
Those are today's top stories. We'll have your full forecast after the break with Phil Miani, but first, Tia Leonard has a look what's going on around Calgary this week.
Say buongiorno to the visually spectacular opera, La Traviata, following the story of a courtesan's forbidden love in Paris's roaring 20s. The show starts at 7:30 tomorrow night. Don't drop your crowns as the Queens of Wonderland variety show is back. A lineup of local queens, kings, and special guests will recreate iconic Alice in Wonderland performances. Doors open 5:30 at the Blind Beggar Smokehouse. For the K-pop fandoms in Calgary, here's something for you. The Rec Room is ready to blow the roof off with K-pop Night. DJ Yuka K and special dance performances take over the dance floor. Taproom Comedy presents Name That Tune at Bow River Brewing. Compete against friends and strangers to find out who is the resident Taproom Tunes expert. Seating is first come, first serve at 7 tonight. It's Grease Lightning time at the Jubilations Dinner Theater. Rock and roll classics are queued up Sunday night for families and friends to come and enjoy the show.
Welcome back to SAIT Newsfile. Obviously, Grease Lightning will be great check out on Sunday, but today downtown, it's beautiful outside. As you see, everybody on 17th Avenue taking in a nice beverage. It's patio season for these next few days, so let's take a look at what's going on in the country. So Vancouver, Edmonton, Regina, there's a high pressure system coming in from the northern United States, bringing in that very warm weather. However, Winnipeg is seeing a low pressure system coming off of the Hudson's Bay, which is bringing in the flurries that they will see as we move further east into the country. Toronto is seeing that high pressure system as well coming out of the States, making it very nice and warm. Montreal, they are under an extreme rainfall warning, and they can expect to see up to 30 millimeters of rain tonight, according to Environment Canada. So you might want to have your boots ready. You go into Halifax, they're sitting at 10 degrees in sun, and another low pressure system coming off the Atlantic is bringing in flurries of snow and rain mix into St. John's. Now, we'll take a look at the resorts where it's much warmer. Palm Springs is the hot spot at 37 degrees and sunny. It's a great day to hit the beach in Barbados and Cancun. It's a cool 27 degrees in Honolulu, while you should keep your eyes to the skies in Orlando as thunderstorms are expected. And it's a nice day to walk the Strip in Vegas at 31 degrees. Today in Calgary, we hit a daytime high of 17 degrees with beautiful sunny conditions and not a cloud in the sky. There was a slight breeze coming out of the south at 20 kilometers per hour. And well, what's next? Of course, tomorrow we're going to see a lot more sunshine. Now, as we come in and take a look at the province, that high pressure system coming out of Montana is bringing in that warm air, and it is reaching all the way up to Fort McMurray, where it is 10 degrees and sunny. Now, of course, tomorrow this high pressure system will remain in place, and we could see warmer temperatures within the province. However, there is a low pressure system moving in behind it that will make things a lot cooler heading into the weekend. Now, as we take a look at the 5-day forecast, tonight it'll be a low of 5 degrees. Tomorrow, 20 degrees. You might want to check out a patio. Maybe go for a walk down by the river. I don't know. It's up to you. Saturday, 6 is the high, so it'll start to cool off Saturday. Sunday and Monday, clouds rolling in. We're going to see very cool lows at night. So Sunday sets up for a great time to watch Championship Sunday at the Masters or head to that Greece performance at the Jubilee. Brenna will have more on the Masters coming up in sports after the break.
When you donate to the Salvation Army, you're not just donating a coat, you're donating another warm night for someone that needs it. When you donate to the Salvation Army, you're giving someone hope. So why wait? Give hope today.
Come and learn the fast-paced world of television production. Find your passion to write, shoot, edit, and direct news, sports, and dramatic productions. With industry-standard technology and the best instructors in the business, SAIT's television production program teaches you everything you need to know for a career in broadcasting. This is television production. Come and dare to be on air.
Welcome back to SAIT Newsfile. Brenna Doucette joins us now for a look at the latest highlights. Brenna, what can we expect?
Well, we've got a nice look at the NBA playoffs coming up. We've got some Flames, and we also have a look at the Masters, which we'll take a look at now. This weekend is special to so many golfers and golf fans alike. One of the most important tournaments in the sport started this morning. The Masters in Augusta has kicked off with everyone's eyes on the prize. Okello Lurie is live in the newsroom covering the latest news on the tournament. Okello, what is happening on the Masters schedule?
Well, Brenna, I can say the play from these professionals is my cup of tea. The best golfers in the world have gathered together in Augusta to duke it out to see who will win the career-defining green jacket. Storylines heading in feature prominent Canadians, a potential Grand Slam champion, and a speedy return from one of the game's greats. Honorary starters Jack Nicklaus and Gary Player were joined by Tom Watson to kick off the 2022 Masters. This year's tournament features 3 Canadians potentially qualifying for championship weekend. Mackenzie Hughes, Corey Connors, and 2003 winner Mike Weir are representing the nation, with Connors as the favorite out of the 3 to slip on the green jacket. Around the tournament, a familiar face in Tiger Woods has made his return to the Masters golf course since a car accident about a year ago where he was badly injured. Woods says he's thankful for the love and support he received through his recovery.
As I was alluding to, all the support from the players out here. You know, we're a big fraternity, and the amount of texts and FaceTimes and calls I've gotten over the past year have meant a lot.
2021 Masters champion Hideki Matsuyama became the first Japanese golfer to win the Masters and is motivated to defend his title and become the first golfer since Tiger Woods in 2002 to win the Masters in back-to-back years. Northern Ireland's Rory McIlroy has won every major tournament on the PGA Tour except for the elusive Masters. McIlroy says he doesn't feel the same pressure he did during his past tournament wins.
Like, I know if I play well, I'll give myself chances to win this golf tournament, and it's just a matter of going out there and executing the way you know that you can, and stick to your game plan and be patient and be disciplined and all the things you need to do around Augusta National.
John Rahm and Justin Thomas are the odds-on favorite to walk away with that coveted green jacket this year. Right now at the top of the leaderboard is Cameron Smith with 4 under, and he's tied with Sunjun Im and Dustin Johnson. And currently Tiger Woods is sitting at 11th with 1 under. Other golfers to look out for is also Scottie Scheffler and Cameron Smith as 2 of the hottest coming out of the Players' Championship. Back to you, Brenna.
Gotta say, your coverage on the event is the best by far. That was Okello Lurie live in the newsroom. Major League Baseball is back. Opening day in the MLB began this afternoon with the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Chicago Cubs as the first game of the 2022 season. The Cubs are leading the Brewers by a score of 5-3 at the top of the 8th inning. This is one of 6 games on the schedule for opening day. The Toronto Blue Jays are set to open their season tomorrow night against the Texas Rangers at the Rogers Center in Toronto. The NBA is in its final 4 days of the regular season as the playoffs are set to start on April 16th. In the Eastern Conference, the Miami Heat are picking up the pack as the Toronto Raptors sit in 5th place position. Meanwhile, in the West, the Phoenix Suns have clinched the conference, while the toss-up between the Denver Nuggets and Minnesota Timberwolves on who they will play in the playoffs continues. The Calgary Flames were in action last night as they visited the Anaheim Ducks in the pond. In the first, the Flames opened the scoring as Elias Lindholm takes a pass from Johnny Gaudreau to beat Anthony Stolarz to give the Flames a 1-0 lead. In the second, the Flames would expand their lead as Tyler Toffoli goes backhand top corner as the Flames pull ahead by 2. The Ducks get on the board late in the second as Trevor Zagaris snipes one past Markstrom to put the Ducks within 1. In the third, Michael Stone would score his 500th game to return the Flames to a 2-goal lead. The Ducks were not going down without a fight as Adam Henrique scores on the power play, pulling them back within 1. Matthew Tkachuk would seal the deal for the Flames with an empty netter for a final score of 4-2. The Flames came out victorious as they continue in their playoff push as they sit on top of the Western Conference with 93 points. The Edmonton Oilers sit in second with 87. There are 10 NHL games on the docket for tonight. The Nashville Predators are set to take on the Ottawa Senators. The Penguins head to the Big Apple to take on the Rangers. The Buffalo Sabres are set to meet the top team in the Metropolitan Division, the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Canucks are fighting for a wild-card spot against the Arizona Coyotes. The final 2 games of the night will see the Oilers take on the LA Kings, and our Calgary Flames will finish up their California road trip in the Shark Tank against the San Jose Sharks. Canadian Brad Gushue lost 10-6 to Corey Dropkin of the U.S. in the Men's World Curling Championship on Thursday. The U.S. scored a 4-point lead in the 5th end for a 7-2 lead, a lead which the Canadians could not catch up to. Canada is set to face South Korea in tonight's draw. The top 6 teams at the end of the round robin this Friday will advance to the playoffs. Canada currently sits in first place. And that's a look at sports.
Good stuff. I don't know about you, but Masters Week is one of my favorites of the entire year.
Oh, it's so much fun. I can't wait to watch more of it.
Absolutely. Sunday's going to be a great day.
For sure.
After the break, Tia Leonard will have a look at what's the latest in the world of entertainment. Stay with us.
I had it so good. I had my own car, great grades, everything in my life was going great till I ruined it all. Little did I know, this would be my greatest mistake. Drunk driving. Lawyer fees, disappointed parents, lost car. If only I listened.
Hey, you aren't good to drive home.
Friends don't let friends drink and drive.
Come and learn the breaking world of broadcast news. Find your passion to investigate, write, shoot, edit, and deliver the stories of the day. SAIT's broadcast news program teaches you everything you need to know for a career in radio and television. Become the next great anchor, reporter, or personality using industry-standard technology alongside qualified instructors with years of experience. This is Broadcast News. Come and dare to be on air.
The entertainment world is buzzing today with some exciting celebrations in our very own city. Tia Leonard gives us a look at the latest buzz. Tia, what's going on?
That's right, Tony. It's an exciting day in the world of entertainment, but why don't we start off with the longest running West Coast swing and line dance event. Calgary Dance Stampede is opening up today and throughout the weekend. Dancers from around the world are excited to be back in person to teach and compete for over $15,000 in cash and prizes. Featuring 3 different qualifying events, dancers from all around can compete to receive the top scholarship awards. Canadian Screen Week continues, and Calgary homes one of this year's winners. The Canadian Academy announced CTV's Lisa Laflamme as 2022's Best National News Anchor. Laflamme thanked the Academy and CTV National News on her Twitter on Monday. Another big win was on Wednesday for a win for Canada's Drag Race, taking home 6 awards. Canada's Got Talent contestant, Jeannick Fournier, is golden.
I choose you!
Performing Celine Dion's I Surrender, Fournier shocked the audience to their feet. Receiving praise from all the judges, Fournier was surely on her way to the next round when host Lindsay Ell came from behind the curtain to give her the golden buzzer, sending Fournier all the way to the finale. Barstool Sports' very own Kayla Presley made history this week. In a one-on-one interview, Presley took a look into viral sensation Hasbulla Magomedov's life. Hasbulla talked about his passions and aspirations, pressing deeper on some of the struggles he has gone through. Midway through the interview, things took a turn as Presley touched a nerve with his questions and things turned physical. Presley apologized and moved on with the interview. As for what's next for the young star, only time will tell. And that's a look at the latest entertainment news. Thanks, Tony.
Wow, T, I sure do love to see the great Hasbulla finally getting some recognition. The sun is rising and the birds are chirping. These are many signs that summer days are on the way. With that in mind, it's time to snap a picture of those birds in their natural habitat. Daniel Barker-Tremblay has the details.
Birds are making their presence known on SAIT campus, with flickers pecking their beaks onto SAIT properties and creating noise for those like SAIT student Ryan Hunt.
Well, the video, it's completely goofy, really. I've been telling lots of my friends about the flickers and how much noise they've been making. They've been pecking on the walls of the building, they've been pecking on the lampposts, almost everything except for the trees. And they didn't really believe me, and that day I managed to catch one of them on the lamppost, so I decided to snatch a little video of it, and it turned out really funny.
Wildlife photographer Kyle Matthews says there's an increase of sightings in urban areas of these kind of birds, but he says in places like parks and forests, the population is decreasing.
Yeah, so the northern flickers are a very common bird in North America. They appear to be increasing in numbers in urban areas, but in general they're decreasing due to habitat loss, as well as things like the European starlings are invasive and they take up the flickers' holes and push them out. So they're being pushed into urban areas by their holes being taken up or lack of trees due to city development.
Kamala Diaz, Kyle's partner in their photography business, says flickers are important in the wild to keep the bug population low.
Their diet is made of ants, so they eat a lot of bugs. They eat a lot of moths that are actually bad for crops and farms. So they're really beneficial for the environment.
Awesome. Just like the wildlife behind me with the Canadian geese, and with the seasons warming up here in Calgary, it's always good to get outdoors and get some bird watching in. For SAIT Newsfile, I'm Daniel Barker-Tremblay.
Those are definitely some cool looking birds. What would you guys say your favorite bird would be if you had to pick just one?
Robins. I love robins.
Okay, do you like waking up in the morning though when they're making those?
Absolutely. 4 a.m. prime time when they start singing. Oh, the best. When the sun's coming up, just sets the mood.
That's when you know spring is here for sure.
Absolutely.
Phil?
Well, I'm a big fan of the eagles. You know, the rock band and the bird itself. You know, I like to see them in the wild. They're a little bit endangered sometimes, but
okay.
Sweet.
So if you could be an animal as well, it'd probably be an eagle as well.
Yeah, big wingspan. You know, they fly.
Love that authority over the city for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe time take a look at that 5-day forecast. Maybe a good opportunity to go do some bird watching.
Absolutely. Tomorrow is the perfect day to go bird watching. A high of 20 degrees. You know, maybe get out. Carburn Park's a great spot to go bird watching. I know 20 degrees tomorrow. Nice Saturday. If you like to walk out in a little chillier, sunny weather, that'll work too. That's great. Obviously Sunday though, with that low pressure system coming in, it's going to be cloudy and only 3 degrees. So I know I'm staying in to watch Championship Sunday at the Masters. I don't know about you, Tony.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely gonna be watching the Masters on Sunday, and I think Tiger may bring it back this week. Thanks for watching.